Rumors are circulating that Microsoft is looking to bring its pay-for-access game library X Game Pass to a platform other than the X one, according to a report from Direct Feed Games, and later backed up by sources speaking to Game Informer. Microsoft is looking to announce its X Game Pass Switch plans as early as this year. But while the original X Game Pass subscription allows its members to download and play any number of games featured in the Game Pass library, the Switch version is rumored to be a streaming service similar to PlayStation Now, a Google's Project Stream. It's an interesting way to close the platform gap and, in a roundabout sort of way, provides a way for X-minded game developers to get their creations in the hands of Switch owners without taking on the process of porting and releasing the games on a new platform. This all comes only months after X head Phil Spencer said that Microsoft intends to bring X Game Pass to every device. Though at the time most were speculating Spencer was referring to mobile devices rather than other non-Microsoft consoles like the Switch. According to these recent rumors, the Switch version of X Game Pass would be powered by Microsoft's own Project Cloud service it announced last year and would grant Game Pass subscribers the ability to stream and play X games on their Switch across an internet connection. The downside there is that the playability of cloud-based games is typically at the mercy of the quality of a player's internet connection. But companies have been making strides in progressing the tech. In just recent years, Nintendo, for one, has already hosted a few cloud-based games on its flagship platform, though only in Japan, including pay-as-you-play versions of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. In both of those cases, players downloaded a small 45 MB application that streamed the rest of the game over an internet connection. The original report also mentions that Microsoft has plans to publish some of its X1 and PC exclusive titles on the Switch in the near future. Starting with Ori and the Blind Forest, game design is the most important part of every game. Whether it's a simple runner or a title of a Dragon Age scale, every specialist in every industry needs professional tools to do his job right. There are special ideas for developers, professional software, i.e., Adobe, Autodesk, for artists. But there are no specific tools for game design, so video game designers always had to use different workarounds to do their job. The main challenge is that assets, called game design, of any given project, are never kept in one document, because these are quite different. For example, dialogues must have a diagram-like layout to keep them organized. A game library database requires more structure storage. Characters data additionally require image storage. Level maps should also have some visuals, etc. So what can we do? How do we track possible variations and flows of nonlinear dialogues throughout the entire game? Well, some specialists use thousands of stickers. Others build VCO-like flowcharts. Big companies build their custom-developed set of tools to handle specific project needs, something that indie studios usually cannot afford and actually do not need. In order to achieve consistency in design and create visually appealing games, the information that is generated by game designers should be. Tools that are shown in this category do not require a lot of coding knowledge. Most of them are made to provide the simplest developing experience to anyone. Still, there are pitfalls to consider. These tools are not so easy as they look at first sight. While they are suitable for small and common games, it's quite difficult to create a unique project without any comprehension. let's see what our software options are. When we started looking for suitable game design tools, mind maps were our first choice, and we quickly ditched the idea, because only after 3 hours into a project, mind map started to look like this. Right now, our current project, named Rise of Colonies, has a game database of 60 MB in size, and it mostly consists of text data. That's really a lot of text. I am even afraid to think what a mind map of that size would look like. And additionally, should his software, desktop software choices are quite limited. So we found FreeMind to be the one with the most feasible export features. But the issue with that software is that for really big mind maps it soon starts glitching. So it is not suitable for professional use, as you are battling with the software, not with the project. It could be used to track smaller mind maps, i.e. menu layout. Though, we see that game studios use different wiki systems, i.e. Atlassian Confluence, Mediumsky, etc. quite frequently. Generally, it's a good choice to keep all the information structured and well-maintained. However, it cannot be reused in-game by copy-paste means. Additionally, it is not suitable for character dialogues at all. When we just started considering different dialogue handlers out there, we looked through available Unity plugins on the asset store and found no suitable assets that could meet our project's needs. Software like Twinery, also did not work for us, because it is designed for a specific usage. Twinery is more for creating standalone interactive stories. It is not customizable with extra properties and entire game structure cannot be maintained in it, while yet is more like a graph builder application, much like Microsoft Visio. It is also not really suited for all game design tasks. Finally, we have discovered Datascene Draft, the visual environment solution that we previously overlooked, mainly due to its aggressive advertising as the golden hammer, a silver bullet. At least that was the initial impression we gained from its promo website. However, after taking a quick look at the software, we realized that this tool can be successfully used in our processes, though not exactly as advertised. Our next article will be dedicated solely to this tool, and how we use it in our Rise of Colonies project level editing. I guess we are pretty much done for today. However, there's one more specific tool that I would like to mention: macros after Excel are its free counterparts like LibreOffice and others. This tool has a lot of hidden power in it. Specifically, in our studio, we use this software for initial level design. For many of our great projects, a typical level looks like this, and it is very well exported, using CSV files as an intermediate format. The software solutions we described above can be easily used for many of your projects, but feel free to use other tools that make your creative process more slick and convenient. Your creativity depends on it. So start applying your creativity, selecting the right tools for the job. There's also a bunch of custom tools, like i.e. level editors, that you might need for your project, and we will cover those in one of our following articles. In this DD Europe 2016 talk, UNTNODS Christian Divine reflects on the writing and design process for Life is Strange, and how its development heroes on area for narrative games. Divine discusses how the acceptance of life is strange among players, was a sign that game narratives are expanding, and the new age has become a blue age of storytelling. It was an insightful talk that's definitely still worth watching. So developers should not miss the opportunity to do so now that it is freely available on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent game developers conference events. And the service offers even more members-only content for GD Vault subscribers.